Can I get a Brickalancer? How do you get baptized in your own house? What? Because I'm gonna have to ask questions because how do you get flipping? Could have been worse. This could have been a levitation. It could have been a revolution. I am going to go in on Brickalanta because these dudes right now, they were a full-on hype machine, and we're gonna get there. Um, Conte, Inter. I think everybody on this stream has to put a quadruple spaced apology written in your own blood for Romelu, Oguelu, Babayaro, Olatunde, Olatunji, Tijani, Lukaku.
Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H.
I think it's only fair that we start with the Real Madrid game. Let's start first with the Real Madrid game. I think that is the first place to start. This was a good game, and there are just a few things that I need to say. And guys, well, we're going to be getting guys in here and so forth, but let me just get this first off, and then we'll be having a nice hangout and a nice discussion about this. But first things first about this Real Madrid game. This was a must-win for both sides. A must-win for both sides because, in case you were not wondering, Monchengladbach have said what's up. So in case you were confused, in case you're not sure what the heck was happening, Monchengladbach have come in and they've said what's up. They've said, you know what, we want to be counted amongst thy kings. So with that 6-0, this was a must-win. Inter Milan are not the same team without Lukaku. And I think we need to start showing respect to Romelu Lukaku. We have to start doing it. And because really Real Madrid should have won this a lot easier. Just that I'll get to Real Madrid because they have a lot of issues as well. But this should have been an easy dub by your boys. Let me just put out this link to these guys right now. Right. So guys, if you want to join the discussion, I'll put the link out on Twitter now. I'll put the link out on Twitter if you want to join the discussion. But let me just get my analysis out first, and I'll bring in the other dudes. Hazard wide left doesn't work. First thing. Asensio hasn't been the same player since his injury. Second thing. Why Zidane has to stick with a 4-3-3 when a 4-2-3-1 could benefit Hazard, I have no idea. I don't know why Zidane is living and dying and relying so much on this formation when he could very easily use another formation. That's another thing that's over there. Also as well, because let's keep it real, that first goal was a mistake. They all count. All of them count, and I'm not going to say anything. But that first goal, it was a mistake. But Real Madrid, specifically for that first half, they were the better team. They combined better. They had better chemistry, and you could see that Inter Milan were finding it very difficult to gain any rhythm because I think Inter are so used to playing with Lukaku that when all that was there was Lautaro Martinez and he was only focal point in attack, these dudes they struggled. Let's keep it real. They struggled when Homeboy was only focal points of the attack. But as good as Real Madrid were, they're missing something. Let me lay you some football 101. Guys, I see you in the lobby. I'll bring you guys in. Let me just finish this match and then I will bring you guys in. But I see you guys in the lobby in the studio. After I finish my post-match, I will get you in for a discussion. Let me bring this down to you. What made Real Madrid tick, specifically on the left flank, was how Cristiano played. Cristiano is more direct. Now, Hazard is very good, technically proficient and all that kind of stuff, but you can see he isn't direct. He doesn't play on the front foot because he plays very similar to Isco. So even if Hazard can play on the left, he can still be effective on the left, he would actually be much more beneficial in the middle because if you play him off of behind Benzema, you would get the best out of Hazard because see, Real Madrid played different from Chelsea. Real Madrid, especially under Zidane, they are a very attacking side. Remember, Hazard played under Mourinho, Hazard played under Conte. Quite pragmatic dudes. But Zidane is a total opposite guy from Mourinho and Conte because what Zidane wants is we always go forward. We always go straight. Hence why Cristiano worked so well for Zidane because it was always go straight. If Vinicius had a football brain and he knew better the decision making, he would be perfect for Zidane's system. Just that Vinicius can either be amazing or total garbage trash. Although he was key for getting that goal though. So they missed something, and I think Benzema is having to do so much work. Benzema is on the left wing, he's on the right wing, he's in the middle, he's number 10. Benzema is everywhere. Dude is everywhere, which is why I say people can complain about Benzema's character, his attitude, his personality. You cannot deny that this guy is a very, very talented player. This guy is an ultra supremely talented player. That you cannot deny that. You cannot deny that. That is just 100% key. But Inter Milan, they got back in the game. Super goal from Martinez by an amazing flick from Barrea. Then when Perisic got that, I was like, oh God. Oh my God. Have Real Madrid break this again? And I'll give you credit. Inter Milan were pretty crap in the first half. Second half, they played a lot better. Let's keep it real. Inter Milan, you had two amazing chances. Like the Perisic chance, the Martinez chance. I thought that was in the top corner. You have to take these chances. If they're taking one or two of those chances, maybe it's 3-3, maybe it's 3-2. And if it's 3-2, we have a totally different kind of group right now. But Vinicius will never be world class. I don't give a damn how young he is. I use the eye test. He is a talented player. He has talents. And for the goal to Rodrygo, that is something that Hazard can't do on the left flank, which is that you use your speed, you are direct, you go straight, you attack this space, and then you move the ball over to the left, because really it was his pass over to your boy Rodrygo that got it in. Rodrygo isn't it. He will never be Real Madrid quality. He's just not up to snuff. So I'm not reacting and saying, oh my gosh, he's got the winning goal. No, I'm real. He ain't quality and he's never going to make it. But that was a big goal. And that was a big ass clutch goal. And that was a very important goal. And how we now view it now is, see, for Inter Milan, don't talk about how, oh, well, it's Real Madrid. No. You drew those two games. So the situation we now have with Inter Milan, and we'll obviously bring our guys in and discuss this, is you have to win. You have to beat Real Madrid at the San Siro. If they draw or lose that game, we're looking at Real Madrid and Monchengladbach to go through. So that is a must-win game. And I'll be real with you. Real Madrid, knowing Real Madrid's psychology, Real Madrid are going to San Siro to try to win that game as well. Because of Real Madrid, based on what happened in the first two games, Real wants to top this group. So Real Madrid are looking to beat them in San Siro, sort out Donetsk in Ukraine, and then, remember, Monchengladbach now have to come to the crib. So for them to beat Monchengladbach. So it's all going to pop off right now. So let's bring in our boys. Let's bring in our boys in here, man. All right, how are we doing in here? So guys, can you hear your boy? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Wait, who the heck was that?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, all right. So let me come first to your boy Vilton, man. So Vilton, talk to me. Thoughts on that game? Did Real Madrid deserve it? Are you happy with Hazard on the left? Thoughts on it?
It was a very entertaining game. Obviously, I was really nervous towards the end of the game because the first half we were really good. In the first half, we could say Valverde should have scored that goal. Asensio also missed a good open play goal. But first half, it should have been at least 3-0 in the first half. We should have scored at least 3 goals. But
so you felt that Real Madrid were vastly superior in the first half? Because I thought first half was.
It was even, but our chances were more clinical than Inter chances were. Because I think Valverde, I don't really blame him that much. He's trying to volley it, and it hit the pitch, and it went over the bar. Asensio missed also a good chance, but again, mistake. Hakimi, thank you, Agent Hakimi. You're the best. We will not forget you. We will buy you back one day. But respect to Hakimi for that assist to Benzema, man. And that second goal, Ramos. What are we gonna do once we leave?
Wait. So are you confirming that Hakimi is a double agent? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Of course, he's a double agent. He's our he's our guy. That's what he's there for. But in the second half, I don't know why we switched off HS. I don't know why we trying to play a one goal lead. I don't know why we did. At least control the game. At least do what Barca do. Play possession. We let Inter. I was so nervous watching that game. I knew Inter were gonna tie the game up because we were letting them. We were
And so
letting
we
them,
were
letting them,
close,
letting
man.
them, letting them, and they did eventually tie the game. Then thank God, Zidane's substitution was spot on, man. Vinicius Junior and Rodrygo, they light up a fire in our attacking because Hazard wasn't the same in the second half. And Asensio, my goodness, this guy was invisible in the second half. I forgot
He's
he was on the pitch. I
he's
forgot he
not been
was
the
on the
same
pitch.
since his injury, man. Since he's not been the same. Okay, so let me roll over to Alex, man. So Alex, thoughts on the game then? Real thingy, man.
Yeah, I thought it was a very nerve-wracking game because it was you could never tell who was gonna. It was always attack, and then you know what I mean. Real Madrid seemed to struggle against higher pressure teams, so this was like really really nerve-wracking to watch. But yeah,
were you happy with Hazard being on the left? Are you still happy with
no,
Hazard having that role on the left?
no, I think this type of game should have started with a Vinicius. Maybe use Hazard as a like offensive midfielder. But Valverde was key to the midfield, so I don't think I would change the midfield. But I didn't. Hazard didn't look. He didn't look himself on the left side. I don't know why today. Uh, yeah, and the only I think we were good defensively. The only thing was Vasquez. He lost track of. I don't remember. Was it Perisic or
Yeah,
on the?
Perisic.
Yeah,
But he's
but
not a natural right back though. So
yeah, and the next game we're gonna have Odriozola. He's gonna be fit, so yeah, I think Real Madrid will make it out of the group.
so are you confident going into the game against San Siro that you will win in the San Siro again?
I'm not confident, but I feel like we have a good chance, at least to get a draw, and I would be happy with a draw.
All right. Ben B, talk to me, man, about this real
Okay.
game.
Can you hear me? Everybody can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but
Yeah.
your mic is still a bit raspy. Wait, what happened to your mic? Your mic used to be good, man. But go on, go for it.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Oh, you know what? Can you come back to me? Let me
Okay,
try.
okay. What's it called? Cassius.
So I predicted I predicted Real Madrid were gonna win. I predicted a 2-1 win, and I said that it would be kind of sketchy. It wouldn't be that convincing, and it turns out, in my opinion, that's what it was. It wasn't a very convincing victory, but in the end, they got it. Um, Inter, I think they kind of they had it in their
Did
hands.
Inter bottle it? Did Inter bottle it?
They didn't bottle it because they never had a lead, but they certainly in that second half were the superior team.
They had amazing
And
chances, man.
exactly,
Amazing chances that they should put away.
and Real Madrid were looking shaky, especially Varane and Vasquez on that side. They were looking shaky. Hakimi was poor. I don't think that's very surprising. I mean, he played many games for Real Madrid's B team, and he seemed right at home, giving assists to Benzema. So I don't know. But Real Madrid, like you said, if you just look at the group, if Real Madrid lose in San Siro, then they're still bottom of the group. So it is a big win, but there's still a long way to go. They're still third at the moment.
So, but how much trouble do you think Inter Milan are in knowing that they have to play Real Madrid again in the San Siro? Because I think they're in huge trouble, bro.
I don't think you can look at it now. I think you should look at it after the doubleheader. Even like yesterday, I wouldn't have judged it, based off of this result because, like I said, if they win, they're still ahead of Real Madrid and they don't have to play them anymore, obviously. So it is a bad situation, but okay, you lose away at Real Madrid. You don't have your best player, so I can. It's not an awful situation, but yes, it's a must win. I don't think this game was a must win for Inter, but the next one is 100% a must win at San Siro.
Okay, Mohammed.
Yeah, hi. First, in terms of Hazard, I think, as you said, like we didn't seem like he did have some good parts during this game, some good moves and whatnot. But I feel like obviously I cannot compare my expertise to Zidane, but in my opinion, what Zidane should do is kind of start him out on the left, but because Benzema roams around, as you said, like kind of
Hmm.
start him on the left, but allow him to free roam, just kind of drift inside, go to the
So,
right.
so what about a 4-2-3-3-1?
I don't think that works because you want Casemiro, Valverde, and Cruz as your three. I think
Do
those
you need
should
all
be in
three of them in
midfield.
every game? Do you need all three of them in every game?
Yes.
Because like Isco, even though he has the potential, his attitude right now is crap. He's not like as fit as he should be, and his effort isn't there. Like the skill is always there for Isco, but the effort isn't, and that's the problem right now. Whenever he plays, there's just like the required effort isn't there. So I don't think you can rely on him in big games. And Modric, doesn't have his legs as much as he used to. He does make an impact off the bench, but like you can rely on him for 90 minutes. So I think you always need Casemiro, Valverde, and Cruz. In terms of the game in general, I thought like as you guys said, Inter missed some big chances in the second half.
Huge
Yeah,
chances.
that Real Madrid defense, man, I don't know what happened. Like last season, they were the best defense in Europe statistically, but this season their defense
They're
just
getting
looks
old, man.
weak.
Ramos is getting old. Ramos is getting
I
old.
don't think it's like Ramos may be getting old, but like Varane is making more mistakes than Ramos. To be fair, it's not Ramos was making the big mistakes. And like Vasquez, like you gotta appreciate Vasquez. If you're a Real Madrid fan, you have to appreciate Vasquez because this guy he just does whatever Zidane needs. You need the right winger, he's there. You need a midfielder, he's there. You need a right back, he's there. But you can see that it's not his strongest position. You can see that he's uncomfortable playing there. And you had, Carvajal, Odriozola, and Nacho getting injured. So,
So
like he
okay,
has to play there.
so basically,
Yeah.
in your view, Real Madrid, how likely are they to come through then? This
I
this
think they
this, this
come
group.
through. I think they come through, especially with the other results. Things like even if this game had ended 2-2, they would have had 2 points, but they only would have been 3 points off of first place Monchengladbach. So no one in this group is really running away with it. So now that they've won, they're only 1 point off of first place. I think it's safe to say that they're going to go through to the next round.
Okay.
Inter Milan still can go through, but they need some of the other results to go in their favor. Basically, they need like
They need to start winning some flipping games, man. Because if
they
Conte
need
doesn't come
yeah.
to this freaking group, bro, if he doesn't come to this group with Monchengladbach and Shakhtar Donetsk,
Gladbach, bro, I'm in love with Gladbach right now, but and I think they deserve to go through. But like Inter, basically, they need like, for example, a draw between Shakhtar and Gladbach, and they need to win versus Real Madrid. Basically, like
okay.
Real Madrid and Inter, basically need the remainder of their group stages to be impeccable. Like no L's, no drop points. Both of them need wins, like crucially.
Okay. Um, Mr. Friendly Beast, thoughts on this game, Real Madrid and Inter Milan, man. Thoughts?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, man. Go for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually didn't follow Real Madrid. I followed the Liverpool game, but on my show today on radio, we talked about Real Madrid. Just this was exactly what we talked about. Just get the 3 points because it would be not so good seeing them in Thursday night football. So they
Whoa.
should just.
So you're saying that if they had lost this game, they would have been in the Europa League?
It was not certain, but the chances of going to the Europa League increases drastically if they had lost this game.
Okay.
It was quite high because I am not certain they are going to win against Gladbach in the return leg. Like there's nothing certain with Madrid in Europe anymore. So the
But remember,
uncertainty surrounding
Madrid
the
have to.
team means a loss today would have been drastic, and I'm not sure
But the
Perez
thing though
want
is
to
this.
see Thursday night
But the
football.
thing though is this. The thing though is this: is that Real Madrid, they have to top this group, and they know that they want to top this group because if they come second, it makes it very complex in the next round. So they play Gladbach in their house, so they have to beat Gladbach, and they should beat Gladbach. Really, if you're Real Madrid and you're playing in your house and you're playing Monchengladbach, you should really be looking to beat them. So, are you saying that they still wouldn't beat Gladbach because they also want to beat Inter at San Siro as well?
Now, this is where it gets very tricky for them. Beating Gladbach is not certain. And okay, now if you check the group, I don't know the group standings, but I tell you, I saw it, and Inter Milan were bottom, right?
Wait,
Yep.
I'll bring it up. I'll
Yeah.
bring it up. I'll bring it up. Bring it up.
If
No,
Inter Milan
continue.
are bottom, yeah, Inter Milan are bottom. Believe you me, they don't want to play Thursday night football. So the 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 group is wide open for the most consistent team. In short, the team that wins their next two games stands a chance of going to the next round. So they just have to win Gladbach, then ensure they at least get a draw at Inter Milan to boost their chances of qualifying. See, at this point, qualifying as what's it called, as the second best is better than Europe. The way I see Madrid as a team, they would prefer to go out of the group stage than go to Europa.
Okay.
So that's my take on Real
Okay.
Madrid.
Nice one. Nomad. Going once, going twice, going two times. All right. Ben. Oh, sorry, no. Damien. Are you there?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Where is everybody?
Okay.
yeah,
Damien, go for it.
yeah. Inter really had it. You know, the two chances they had after they drew the game, they should have at least scored one of those chances. Unlucky, and it shows how crucial Lukaku is for this team, especially in attack.
100%.
He's
But
with
that's still no
Martinez.
excuse.
Yeah, they probably should have got a draw, but they're gonna have to. Hopefully, Lukaku's back for when they return in the home leg. But
All right. Ben, talk to me.
Okay, I hope my mic is better now. Is it?
Just keep talking.
Okay,
Just
okay.
keep talking.
Well, this game, I think I tweeted for the game that Inter have like inferiority complex against these big sides. This same thing happened.
Wait.
Um,
No, seriously, Ben, your mic is messed. Like, we can hardly hear you. Like, try and fix your mic, or maybe replace your mic because like we can hardly hear you. Because
Oh,
literally, like,
headphones or something.
yeah. Put in the headphones. Nomad, talk to me.
Yeah,
Real
yeah.
Madrid Inter.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go for it.
Yeah. Varane needs to go, man.
Wow.
Like, he needs to go, and maybe Upamecano next summer. Maybe we can get him, but
What
yeah,
about
I think
Militao?
even Militao would have done a better job than Varane, I think, today. He must go, and or even Casemiro as a makeshift centre back, because I think he's lost all of his ball playing skills. The number of times he loses possession is just frustrating. And actually, the problem Real Madrid were having over the past few games when they lost points were keeping possession, pressing, and asserting their identity,
And
taking
also
control of the
creativity.
game.
There's not
Yeah,
enough
yeah, yeah.
imagination or creativity or attack. Asensio hasn't been the same since his injury. Hazard is not as an effective out wide left.
Yeah, yeah,
Vinicius is hot and cold.
yeah. So, but today, actually, we saw some of that. We saw a lot of pressing, we saw a lot of running, we saw a lot of desire, and those things were good. But like you said, the difference between Ronaldo and Hazard, there's a difference between an inside forward, a traditional winger, a wide playmaker, and especially at these stages, you need someone direct. And I think Hazard would do really well in a number 10 position, but unfortunately, Zidane doesn't employ a number
Because you
10.
can see the issue is that every single time they're just giving the ball to Hazard's feet. He's not making any runs into the pockets for Cruz or thinking to now put a through
Yeah,
ball into the hole. So it's very static and
yeah, because
predictable.
because they're expecting him to be like a Cristiano of Manchester United. Well, that's not the kind of player he is. Yeah, so that's the problem. And more Importantly, I think Casemiro, Cruz, and Valverde really work well with Modric coming off the bench to give that some work rate, some assertion, some experience. I think it works perfectly. I think there's no need of Isco. I think actually Odegaard could be a good option off the bench.
Okay, so moving forward, are you
Yeah,
confident that Real Madrid will make it through the group top or second?
I think they could top it, and the only team that will stop them, that could stop them, sorry, is Inter Milan. I think they will get out of the group, no doubt about it. And who will join them? Either would it be Inter or would it be Monchengladbach? That we must see. But I think Casemiro needs to tighten up, and Varane, man, Varane is just he's
Okay,
lost all quality.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Abdullahi, give it to me. Real Madrid Inter, man. Thoughts? Wow. I am Ham. Give it to me. Real Madrid Inter. I am Ham. I am Ham. I am Ham. I am Ham.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Real Madrid, from what I saw, obviously I was watching Liverpool. I was trying to see what is happening on the Real Madrid match on my phone, but came in a bit late. But anyway, what I saw was that they were struggling a bit. I mean, there's a lot of question marks over Real Madrid. I didn't really see what Hazard did in the match, but there's a lot of question marks, and I saw Benzema miss open goal.
But he
So
scored though.
like,
He scored.
but how do you miss that open goal though?
But he scored.
The defender took it out, to be fair. It wasn't
He
him.
touched his hand as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And anyway, yeah, man, Conte's a brick. We all know this, so not surprised that he found
Will
a
Inter
way.
Milan make it through the group? Will Inter Milan make it through the group? Yes or no?
No, no. He already know he's destined for Europa. We all know this. It's his destiny. It's in his blood.
Okay.
So,
So,
All right.
HH, I have a question. What position did Hazard play at Chelsea?
He played wide left, but he's playing wide left under a Sarri, under a Conte, under a Mourinho, which is different from a Zidane. So playing wide left for a Zidane is very different from playing wide left in a pragmatic counter-attacking system or a possession-based system. Zidane's system is very direct, very attacking, and he wants his guys to move forward. So hence why he's not as effective in Zidane's vision than he was under Conte's, Mourinho's, or Sarri's.
So,
How
so do you think Hazard played well, or do you think he can't play well under Zidane as coach ever?
No. For me, no. He can play well, but not well enough. You're not going to get the Hazard to the maximum effect with what Zidane wants, because Zidane wants a guy that goes fast because they're very direct under Zidane. Hence why I said that play him into the number 10 position and let him create with Benzema or work off Benzema. So he's almost like a support striker for Benzema. But Zidane is obsessed with a 4-3-3. So
He's played in the number 10 position, but the thing is he also does nothing. So I remember several games he's played in the number 10 and he just disappeared.
Wait, for Real Madrid or for Chelsea?
For Real Madrid.
Okay. Well, I don't recall many games he's played in number 10. But look, let me bring in what's called this guy, Ben. Ben, are you there? Going once, going twice. Ben. All right, we're out. Okay.
How about? Can I just say shout out to Ramos for scoring his 100th goal for Real Madrid?
Look. I say Ramos, man. I mean, look. I said it again. As far as the defender, but as far as goal scoring, what he's done as scoring goals for a defender, I think that's been flipping huge, man. So
The single
okay,
greatest goal scoring defender of all time, man.
okay. Let me just take some super chats here. So from Coatly Awesome says, actually, look, let me just do this. All right, 1 second, guys. So I'll bring you guys back in, man. I'll bring you guys back in. Don't worry. Let me just sort out some super chats and then we'll talk through. So, Coatly Awesome thing is super chat says Bayern didn't have a great showing, but still 6-2. God damn. Look, Bayern are in a different source, but I still don't think they'll win. From Hakim says, as an Inter fan, it's so frustrating to follow this club. They do play well, solid defensively. Somehow we always draw or lose during the last 10 minutes. It's a mental thing, it's a character thing, and I think it might just be a flipping Conte thing. That's just my view. But 100%, you should have at least scored one of those two chances, either from Perisic or from Martinez. The chances were flipping there. Yasin says, since third March 13th, 2019, Bayern haven't lost a single CL match. Since then, they've won all their CL matches. Let that sink in. Since they lost to Liverpool. Bayern are looking crazy. Bayern are looking amazing. And I will say this again. If Bayern keep this up and defend their CL title, this will be one of the greatest teams we've ever seen. But I don't believe they'll keep this up. If they keep this up, then this is one of the greatest sides that we've ever seen, because what they're doing right now is insane. Amchukri says that Chelsea was Hazard's calling. Inter was Hazard's ceiling. Inter are chokers. No, let's give Hazard a go. Don't say that whether it's a ceiling. And by that, are you insulting Chelsea? Relax. Inter are chokers. Well, choke is a harsh word, but let's just put it this way. If these guys don't make it through this group, I'm inducting the badge and Conte. From Martin Rosario says, very profitable day in football. Pop bottles, baby. So you put a bet on Real Madrid. How is that profitable, bro? So from Eddie, thank you for the super chat, says, to fellow Madridistas, we know Casemiro's value, but do you think he's holding back our offensive potential? He's key to defense, but that's about it. Casemiro is very important. You can't attack with every single player on the pitch, especially with a side like Real Madrid that is so attacking under Zidane. It is imperative you have someone like a Casemiro who is there to stop counterattacks, because with how attacking Real Madrid are, you're susceptible to counterattacks. You take Casemiro away, who can intercept or tackle as well as Casemiro? Kroos? Nope. Modric? No. Fede Valverde? Yeah, but not as good as reading the game as Casemiro. So Casemiro is vital as a stopper for the attacks, and his passing is underrated. From Azid Bond says, is Sane, son of Robin, one of Lep's biggest mistakes? He might be, actually. He might be, because I think, like, I never really agreed with him selling Sane, but it is what it is. Sane didn't fit for his system, and he has a very particular idea for what he wants his system to be. So that's what he wanted to do. But I always said Sane over Sterling all day, every day. Now, guys, it's now time to get real. Liverpool. I knew Liverpool were going to win. Like, that is not anything to shout before. I knew Liverpool were going to win. 100%. But my Lord in heaven. Yes, I get Atalanta are the inferior team. Liverpool beats the living crap out of us. It was embarrassing. You see, this I don't want in the Champions League. This is bad, because for me, I said, wait a minute. So this is the team that reached the quarterfinals. You haven't really lost any major players. It's still, apart from Ilicic, it's still your main team. And Liverpool ripped these guys to shreds. They ripped them to shreds. The ease with which they cut through them like butter was scary. Alisson made some huge saves. And I think you can now see how important Alisson is, because I think after the game, Duvan Zapata is going to beat up Alisson and say, you look, bro, can you please let in one of my Gs? But when I bring the guys back in, we're going to have to have a discussion about the whole team of anything. Check my vids. I said to Liverpool, don't get Timo Werner. I don't think Timo Werner is a wise move. Remember, I said it, quote my video, said Timo Werner is not a wise move. I said, When they got to Diogo Jota, I was like, I didn't see this. I didn't really envision this. I was like, Diogo Jota, quality play, good play, but okay. Guys, be very afraid. He did this with Lewandowski. He did this with Sadio Mane. He did this with Firmino. He did this with Mane. Who was Mane before Klopp? Who was Salah before Klopp? Who was Van Dijk before Klopp? Who was Henderson before Klopp? Who was Trent before Klopp? Klopp may have stumbled upon another man, because This is now, I think, 3 or 4 games running where he's now scored a hat trick, and 100% the decision has been made. Firmino, you now have to be friends with this. See this? It's called, well, this is what you have to be friends with. You are now sleeping on the bench. You are going to get married to the bench. Wait, how does it go? Because here comes the bride, here comes the bride. Basically, you and the bench are going hand in hand. There's going to be a baby. It's going to be called Fairbench, Roberto Fairbench, because you're now going to be benched. So Firmino, you're like half bench. You're a half breed right now. Your half breed is a bench because that's what you're doing. Because right now it's Jota, Mane, Salah, and the fact that all 3 of them scored is a clear message to Firmino that your days as a bona fide starter for Liverpool are done. This Jota guy is quality, and the reason why people have to be very wary is Jota was good for Wolves. Now, what could Klopp do for this Diogo guy, and how could he take him to the next level? And what I'm seeing this guy do, it's early days, but my gosh, this guy is scoring goals, quality goals. This guy is already fitting into this team beautifully well. I'm thinking now what he can now do for Portugal after Klopp is finished with him. Because what this is about evolution. I always said you always have to improve. You always have to change. Great teams never stand still. Great teams always have to change. We just got done talking with Real Madrid. I'm saying to Zidane, Cristiano ain't here anymore. Modric is getting old. What is the new formation? What is the new outlook? Zidane, you're still playing the same aesthetic and approach that you played when Cristiano was there and when Ramos, Rich were like a lot years younger. Klopp has now realized that, yes, Firmino, I'm sorry, we now have to have a new outlook because Diogo Jota brings us something totally different from Firmino. But for Firmino, yes, you're a great playmaker. Bro, you ain't playmaking. Now, if you now have 3 guys who can G up, El Dio, La, the Jot, bro. Because remember, back then, Firmino used to, even when Firmino was at his best, a goal here and everything, but it was really him facilitating for Mane and Salah. If it's a situation where Liverpool, now they're not like this front 3. This is the greatest front 3 in club football. But what was Emerson about? Emerson was about get that ball up there, let them figure it out. Just get that ball from point A to point B, and you're good. That's all we need from you. So what this may be now is if you now have 3 guys who are bona fide goal scorers, Klopp is just going to say to Henderson, Wijnaldum, Robertson, Gomez, Alisson, Trent, get that ball to this front 3, let them figure it out. But look, man, this group is done. It's finished. And I said from the start that Bayern 100% are favorites. You have to put them as favorites. They're playing at a high level and they're defending champions. But Bayern didn't play Liverpool. They didn't play Liverpool last season. And the last loss that Bayern took, I think in the CL or whatever, was against Liverpool. And I said that if Klopp can just find this team right and find their balance, they can say something. And I always said that even if Van Dijk is injured, that is an issue for the league. Van Dijk being injured is not an issue for the CL. But I'm sorry. I know that you're like the underdogs, you'll dive. From henceforth, Atalanta. Losing 5-0 at home, that ends with Class C spot. I'm sorry, it's not under review at Atalanta. You're in Class C because that for me is that's disgraceful, that is embarrassing, and that brings the great Champions League competition into disrepute by you embarrassing yourself by getting flipping baptized at your crib. But my God in heaven, man, I think Liverpool now genuinely have a front 3 because remember with Firmino they didn't have a front 3. It was Mane, Salah, and Firmino was like the number 10. Now, if you're saying, because before it's like sugar, we have to stop Mane and Salah. Now we now have to stop 3 of these dudes, bro. We're entering into a whole new era, man. So let's bring back our peeps, man. Let's bring back our peeps, man. Let me come first to I'm Ham, man. So I'm Ham. Thoughts on that Liverpool game, man? Are you hyped, man? Are you hyped? I am ham.
Yeah, man, I'm hyped. This guy, man, Diogo,
Diogo.
Diablo,
It's Diogo.
Diogo, Diablo. You know what I'm saying? He's the devil. I told you, HH. I told you.
The devil.
They tried to exorcise him. They tried to exorcise him. But what happened? What happened? He just baptized the team. The devil just baptized Atalanta. I mean, I'm just happy, man. You know, like just
Wait. So was it Liverpool playing well, or Atalanta were just trash?
no, we were playing well. I think we played well. I think Henderson was amazing. Of course, when the general's in the building, the soldiers stand at attention. You know what I'm saying? So
I
we
don't
played
actually.
well. I thought Robertson was amazing. I thought Gomez, Joseph, father of Jesus,
Oh
he
God.
did amazing. Without Virgil, I thought he was amazing at the back and he handled things. Reese, the president of Atlas, shout out Borderlands, looked good. Maybe Virgil, he looked good. Yeah, man, Trent was doing his thing, but the man of the moment has to be El Diablo. You've got Dio at the front. Dio la.
So wait,
But
wait.
wait,
So let me ask you this then. Wait. Let me ask you this then. Firmino are his days as a starter finished?
yeah, I think that was it, man. I think that was it. You can't just score a hat trick like that and not become a starter. Um, it was our hardest game of the group. It was an away game. At the back, we don't have Virgil. We had a baby at the back,
Clean sheet.
and hey,
Clean sheet as well
sorry.
with no Van Dijk.
Yeah, clean sheet with a baby at the back. Um, yeah, man, I thought he was clutch. He came in and showed his character. He wasn't afraid to really express himself, which is something that's probably has been hard for Firmino. Um, so yeah, man, he did well. And the thing I like about this guy, because I always saw him as a second striker type of number 10. And I always thought that a second striker in this team would never work because that person would probably be too slow, too like back to the defender type of player. But he's a fast guy. Like he reminds me so much of Salah and Mane.
So
He
just
can,
just a minute. So Liverpool, has this put them as strong favourites for the Champions League, or it's still early days?
um, nah, I don't think we can be called favorites because obviously Bayern has been uh, demonstrating what they can do to hurt teams. But I think for Liverpool, there was always a confidence. We were very much confident that we're going to see what happens this season. We want to retain the title. But in the Champions League, we're going to keep on pushing. And this time, I think in the Champions League, we're not going to be as give away as many chances as we did against Atletico and
Okay.
as we did last season.
Okay.
We're gonna take it a bit
Okay.
slower and more concentrated.
All right. Okay. Friendly Beast, talk to me, man. Liverpool, man. What was this? Was this really just Liverpool just being the better team, or Atalanta bricked it and just were very, very poor? Mr. Friendly Beast, are you there? All right. Cassius, talk to me. Liverpool.
So I first want to talk about the man of the moment, like I am Ham said. It's about time people realize that Roberto, defensive striker, chance creating, he's not there to score goals. Firmino really isn't a great player and hasn't been, in my opinion, for close to 2 years now. Certainly the last season and the start of this season. As soon as a good player, he hasn't really established himself as a great player yet, but as soon as a good player in Jota replaces Firmino, you could even say that it's not his natural position, but as soon as a good player replaces Firmino, he immediately pops off. So it puts to bed all of the excuses that were made for Roberto Firmino. Um, just yeah, I think Liverpool. You make a good point that the Van Dijk not being there really affects them in the league, but not as much in the Champions League. So they're definitely the second favorite for the Champions League at the moment. And on Atalanta,
Five, five,
I
five.
mean, I said Liverpool would win simply because Atalanta are an open team, and
And
but
also they're the inferior team as well. So of course they wouldn't lose. But five?
yeah, that's they're coming off the rails now.
Yeah.
They conceded 3 to Sampdoria. They conceded 3 to another team in Serie A. So
Yeah, they
I know
considered. They considered. I think they 6 to Napoli.
4. It was 4 to Napoli in the
Oh, yeah.
first half. Even in the first half, you concede 4. You concede 5 after 60 minutes to Liverpool. It's really all falling apart. I want to see what they do because I don't want. They still have a chance to go through the group. They're tied on points with Ajax, but maybe the fairy tale's ending.
All right. Friendly beasts, are you there?
Yeah. I'm there.
So Liverpool Atlanta.
Yeah.
Talk to me, my thoughts.
Yeah. It was a good game. The scoreline, I would say, flattered both sides.
Flattered.
Liverpool should have maybe scored more. Yeah, flattered both sides. Like it could have easily been 8-7-8-0 and or 7-4 or 7-3, and you won't be surprised about it. Like it was that open. At Zapata, I think that the black guy, I think is Zapata, right? Zapata also. He created so many chances. Alisson with I think two
saves.
Two saves, yeah. 2 quality saves. Then Salah missing a couple more. What impressed me was this was supposed to be the most difficult game in the group. But they just turned up and then they delivered. I enjoyed it. For Firmino, the truth is, I will just put it down to fatigue. I can't place it, but this is not the Roberto Firmino that played the beginning of last season.
Fatigue.
No. See, now if you say I'm using fatigue, but it's like I'm giving an excuse.
There are no excuses here, please. No excuses here, please.
Something is not just right with this man. This was not how he plays. Like sometimes you will get the amount of times. I don't know if Minamino is influencing the amount of times he loses the ball, and then like the passes are not connecting the way they're supposed to connect. And believe me, this guy is the way Diogo is playing. I won't be surprised if Klopp starts Firmino against Man City. I would not be surprised. Klopp is that loyal. Like I know he's going to draw controversy, but I won't be surprised if Klopp starts Firmino against Man City. But
what about you? If you were Klopp, what would you do against Man City?
Boy, that's crazy. Now, see, I'll put the team first because I need the 3 points. I'll put my team first. I'll give Firmino the last throw of the dice because Klopp just talked about it in the press conference today. Klopp talked about this thing today.
Wait. Let me get this straight. Jota has just scored a hat trick after scoring the winning goal in your last 3 games. You cannot drop Mane. You cannot drop Salah. You would still start Firmino.
What if I believe you will have a greater impact coming on as a sub? But the boy is just too good to leave on the bench, man. He's too good to leave on the bench. I don't know. See, whatever decision, thank God I'm not the coach now. So whatever decision Klopp makes about him and Jota, I'll just accept it because I'm not sure this team is ready to put Firmino in the trash. No. Firmino is not a brick. He's not supposed to be part of the brick academy, but we just want him to do more. There's an analogy a lady used NG Ikalala. She said, for a footballer or for an attacker, um, it's like ketchup. Sometimes it pours out, and sometimes it get a little bit sticky. I understand that this thing is a sticky patch for Firmino. I think after the Atletico Madrid game, he's been on the downward spiral since. So I don't know what he needs. I don't know if it's rest or he just needs arm around the
Wait, wait,
shoulder,
wait.
which I
Look,
know.
look, my friend. This is what I feel about Roberto Firmino.
Hello?
I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. I'm sorry because sometimes in life you just have to keep it real. But Freddie Beats, like, thank you for thinking. Wilson, talk to me. Liverpool and specifically Jota and Firmino. Should Firmino still be given a chance, or is this now time for him to sit on the bench?
It might be time for him to sit on the bench, but at the same time, though, Firmino, he's not really a goal scorer, is he? He's just there to press, and because he actually defend out of the front three, he defends the most out of all three of them. But at the same time, though, Jota is really looking good, man. I didn't watch the game, but obviously he got a hat trick against Atalanta. I don't rate Atalanta that much, but really good win by Liverpool, like 5-0 at the Atalanta house. That's amazing because what I seen about Jota, like this guy, right? He has speed, he's physical, and I'm pretty sure he's both footed too. So
Great finishing as well. Great finishing as well.
yeah, like the guy could score on his right with his left foot. So I don't know if he can play as a really center forward because it looks like his stronger position might be as a winger. But I don't know. Liverpool does play City this Sunday. This is Liverpool big test ever. After Van Dijk got hurt because Liverpool hasn't played any big sides yet since Van Dijk got hurt. So this is really gonna be a big test. I'm interested because both teams have kept at least 4 clean sheets. City been keeping clean sheets, and City won today. And Gabriel Jesus is back.
But 5-0.
Yeah, 5-0 Atalanta house. That's insane.
Away from home.
Before I go, I want to touch this. I don't think if Liverpool play Bayern right now, let's say in the Champions League final without Van Dijk, I don't think Liverpool could beat Bayern without Van Dijk. Because you just need that strong character, defender at the back. You know he's gonna be there. It's like saying Real Madrid. Well, it's not really the same because we heavily rely on Ramos. But I just feel like you need that strong defender to help you. I don't think they could beat Liverpool Bayern without Van Dijk. But Liverpool looking good, man. Jota, shout out. How old is he? He's like 21, 22. So the guy's very young, and Klopp really knows how to take player to the next level. So very, very good signing by Liverpool.
All right. Mohammed, talk to me.
Yeah, I didn't watch a big portion of the game, but I mean, look, Liverpool, like, they're doing well. To me, they don't have the toughest group, though. I think Atalanta, I know everyone falls in love with the dark horse story, but for me, they were just a one-season wonder. Like, even from last season, you could kind of see it coming. They have an older squad. It's not like they have a youthful squad. They play such an open attacking game that it leaves them so vulnerable at the back that eventually teams are going to figure out how to take advantage and kind of take advantage of the space that they leave in behind. And I think Liverpool showed us a perfect example of that tonight. Jota, I mean, look, if he just scored a hat trick this game and that was it, I wouldn't say he takes Firmino's spot. But since he's been doing it for a couple of weeks now, it's like you can't really argue against him starting. You can't really make an argument for Firmino anymore. He has to start. He just has to. Especially like against Man City, they have
So for you, Firmino benched.
Yeah, he's benched, and I think it's not like you completely scratch his name out of the team sheet. I still think he's in Klopp's plans off the bench, and he can earn his spot back, but he needs to step it up. He needs to match what Jota, not necessarily match what Jota is doing in terms of scoring, but just impact. And if he matches that, he could win his place back. But for now, definitely Jota, especially against like Man City's vulnerable defense. Jota could have a field day with Salah and Mane. But I think Liverpool, like a lot of you are saying, like, oh, Van Dijk will be missed in the league, but won't be missed in the Champions League. To me, that's ridiculous. To be honest, like your best defender by far, and you're going up against the best teams in Europe without your best defender. So against Bayern,
Wait. Apart from Bayern, what are the best teams in Europe? Apart from Bayern, that Liverpool should be
regardless. Well, not necessarily
No,
better
no.
than
Name
Liverpool.
them.
But
Name
for
them. No.
example, Real Madrid.
Oh,
I'm
Real
not saying they.
No,
listen, they would.
not Real Madrid. Come on.
No, let me just
Manchester
finish
United?
my.
Wait.
I'm
Let
not.
him finish. Let him finish. Let him finish. Let him
Manchester
finish.
United. Yes.
Let him
I'm
finish. Let him finish.
I'm not saying that Madrid would beat Liverpool, but I'm saying without Van Dijk at the back, Real Madrid's attack could do damage. That's what I'm saying. If you have this kid, whatever his name is, filling in for Van Dijk versus the likes of Benzema, like, come on. Even versus like the likes of Messi. Not necessarily, like, without Van Dijk at the back, their defense is going to be opened up versus the bigger teams. That's just my opinion, especially with teams with pace at the front. So yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Wait. Yes, I'll come to you. So wait, Mohammed.
I don't
So
think they
run to the
can.
point.
Yeah, I just want to say I don't think they can win the Champions League without Van Dijk. But it's a hell of a start. And for me, the toughest game of the group stage for them is Ajax, honestly, not Atalanta.
But I remember back in 2011, guys were like, "Oh my gosh, like Mascherano, this guy's not a defender." Even when he put him back in defense, but Barcelona made no difference. I get what you're saying; it does make sense. But my thing is that yes, they're gonna miss Van Dijk big time, but Real Madrid aren't the Real Madrid we know before. Barca and the Barca
Yeah,
we know
but
before.
that doesn't make
Juve
sense
another
because
Juve no before. And my thing though is that if Klopp is smart and he can get the team to keep possession of the ball more, hold on possession, and if you have three guys who can score, and we know what Mane can do, we know what Salah can do, and if Jota can keep up with this four, and that defense can just train to just sort of withhold its team. Yes, they will concede, but if you can just keep it to 1 or 2 goals, and these guys can score 2, 3, 4 goals, you can still win the Champions League without
that
Van
Barca
Dijk.
team
Wait, how serious?
that was the system, H's. That was Xavi and Iniesta. That was the system. The Barca defense didn't matter
No.
to that
Oh,
system.
no. Basically, all I'm saying is that there is a better chance for Liverpool to win the Champions League without Van Dijk than to win the league without Van Dijk. That marathon, you need a defense.
Okay, let me ask: how serious is Fabinho's injury? Is it long term?
I don't think it's long term. No. I don't think
Okay,
Van Dijk is one that's long term. Like, see,
Because for me, like if Fabinho is fit, that gives them a much better chance. But without Van Dijk and Fabinho, like honestly, I don't see it happen.
all right, Cassius.
You've come to me.
Oh, sorry. Red Devil.
Well, congratulations, Liverpool. I didn't watch the game. I watched the Inter Milan versus Real Madrid game, and everyone already knows my thoughts on Conte, so we won't tread that through. It just Conte. What can you? Although to be fair to Inter, Lukaku wasn't playing, so we'll see what happens.
So
Go on.
Firmino, does he now stay on the bench? Is this official now?
He's
This
not.
guy
He's
has
not
scored.
going. He's not going to stay on the bench because, as I think it was Friendly Beast mentioned, Klopp seems to be, or gives the impression, he's a very loyal coach. Like you've got to remember, like how long Klopp actually persevered with back in the day, Karius and Mingale. Like he gave them chances, So like he didn't just like after a couple of howlers he just benched them. Like he played them like. I don't think the Champions League final was the only howler that Karius had. He made multiple howlers, and yet he still played in a CL final. So I don't think that it's not that Firmino has done anything wrong per se. It's just he's not in form, and obviously Jota's is in better form. So I would be very surprised if Klopp, to be frank, dropped Firmino against Man City. I think he will play Firmino against Man City, and he probably will bring Jota on maybe 60th minute, 65 minute, etc. And then possibly at the end of the season, he might do some thinking. But as far as the season goes, I don't think he's going to drop Firmino because of how Klopp is.
And do you think Jota is a real deal? Do you think Klopp has found another gem, or it's too early to tell?
It's still like with anything. It's still too early to tell. But I mean, we said on this for a while about how I think this has always been the difference between Klopp and Pep and a lot of the managers that like. And like I was having some conversations with PSG fans about like Mbappe and how like if Mbappe ever came to Liverpool, like he would actually achieve what you want him to achieve. He would get the CL. He would get the treble, etc. Because Klopp is a coach and a good manager. He's both. He's not just a good coach. He's also a good manager.
Because I was saying this is like apart. I mean, the only manager I can think of who consistently improve players, I think it's him and Fergie.
Yeah.
Fergie is the last guy I can think of that can make an average player amazing and really take an average player to the next level. You see, Pep just has always had good quality players, but Klopp can take a guy who is he's all right and really push him over to the next level.
Exactly, because let's be real. No, I mean people appreciate. No one said that Jota was trash, just like no one said that Mane was trash beforehand or that Salah was trash before they came.
But they weren't really on the map.
But they weren't really on the map. And then as soon as they come to Liverpool, you know, with what Klopp does, with the system he plays, he's made them there. So I think that, you know, Liverpool, I said it even at the start of this thing that I think that they were favourites to defend the title season. And I think that I won't be surprised if we've had a Liverpool-Bayern Munich final this season, because Liverpool have depth this season. I disagree with the point that about Van Dijk, that Liverpool don't have a chance, because I think for me the key player will be Jordan Henderson. I think if Jordan Henderson is injured, then because I don't know what it is, but when he's not playing, they just don't seem to have the communication there.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's gone, that's when I think that
and also he also protects the defense as well. So
yeah, even like just. You know, you see him. I've watched a few games. You see him like shouting at like Trent and Robertson and a few other people. So there's clearly something he's doing, like as much as ability, that puts some order into this Liverpool team. So I feel like with Van Dijk, even though Van Dijk's been out, let's be real. Like Van Dijk's been injured for a while. Have Liverpool really struggled in the league and Champions League?
They haven't played a big game yet, though. They haven't played a big team.
No,
yet.
they have. They haven't, but I mean, Van Dijk was. I'm not dissing Van Dijk, but I mean, wasn't Van Dijk playing when Liverpool conceded 3 goals to Leeds and lost 7-2 to Villa? He was playing there, you know. So all I'm saying,
I think the City game would be a good test.
Yeah, it will be a good test. So, but I think that I think that Liverpool now have very, very good depth now, and Jota brings something else. And as HH rightfully said, we talked about Firmino as a defensive forward, whatever that means. Now you actually have an attacking going out forward. They're going to be really scary going forward.
Abdullahi, Liverpool and Atalanta, man. What happened with Atalanta, man? I know, have Liverpool made a massive statement, man?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Oh, seriously, you know what? I'm gonna ban that word, man. I'm gonna ban that freaking word, man.
Was giving me an issue. That was the reason. So
look, talk, my friend.
Before I go to Liverpool, let me quickly brief on the Madrid and the Inter.
No. Just I will give you another chance to talk about Inter afterwards. Just focus on Liverpool now, then I'll give you a chance afterwards. So Liverpool.
I think we need to understand something, HH. I think Klopp has to be rated high. People doesn't rate Klopp a lot because what he has done for Liverpool.
They don't rate him? Who doesn't rate Klopp?
HHQ. I say it. I keep saying it every time. I will say it again. Pep is greater, massively greater manager than I say Pep. Klopp is more greater manager than Pep Guardiola. Far away. People may say Guardiola has won 2 Champions League. For me, nah. Because if you look at what Klopp has done for Liverpool, it's massive greatness than what Pep has done for either Bayern Munich or Manchester City. It's the fact, but people don't want to understand the fact and the truth. They do not want to understand the fact. They want accolade, achievement, and everything. Now, so when you have a proper manager and a coach, then you have to respect what Klopp has done. So Van Dijk getting injured isn't really that much big problem. But my little issue with them is, have them been texted yet? Yes, not really, because now on Sunday is gonna be the bigger test for them in a game of Man City, in which I know I'll say it again, they will beat Man City. I'm very sure about, because Pep doesn't have it. I'm 100% sure, because Pep doesn't.
So wait, mate. Talk to me about Jota, man. Has Jota now fully replaced Firmino? Yes or no? Should Firmino now firmly be on the bench, or should Firmino still be given a chance?
We got at you because we know Klopp very well that he's very loyal to players. You can't just drop player because of bad.
So he should be loyal to a brick.
No, I won't call him a brick. It just been like what friendly guy said. He has lost form. So we need to give him some time to recover his form. For him to recover his form now, there's a competition in Diogo Jota. That is the guy that will make Firmino get back to his best. I think when you jinx player like Hazard, Hakim Ziyech, you need to jinx Firmino to get back to his level. Maybe when you jinx him a little bit on Twitter, maybe then his brain will come back to it. At the moment, his brain is off because Diogo Jota is kind of in form of his life now. So there may be a scenario in which Klopp will play Diogo Jota consecutively. Maybe that's gonna be
So
when he's
so
gonna
so
bring the
so
best out of
so
him.
so, so wait. So this Sunday, if you were Klopp, forget about what Klopp do. Let's say if you were Klopp,
Yeah.
do you start Jota or do you start Firmino this Sunday against Man City?
Because this Sunday I will play Diego Jota. Why? Because he's a very he has space, and that Man City defense doesn't even give me a aura of confidence going against Mane, Salah, and Diego Jota. That's a pacey team that any one of these any other day they can beat him 5-0, 6-0, 7-0. That's a pacey team, very good pacey team. So the only problem Klopp could have is Virgil van Dijk present, Fabinho present, but they have Anderson. So that's not an issue, not really an issue. So for me, I'll play the Jota ahead of Firmino. But like I said, Klopp is a loyal man, so we will massively play Firmino ahead of Diego Jota for me.
Okay. Round us off. Yes, side man. Liverpool man. Talk to me.
Yeah, so I like watched this game kind of because I after the third goal went in, I was so angry with Atalanta. I just turned it off. This Liverpool team is phenomenal. Let me just say that at the beginning. How do they lose Virgil van Dijk? That everyone was praising. He was the best center back ever. Blah blah blah. He's up there with Rio Terry. They lose him, and they're not even phased. And you have to give props to Klopp. Massive respect to Klopp. How he has his team ticking, and they don't just seem to be phased. Unlike Liverpool fans that ended up crying and everything. Anyways, let me just talk about Jota. Jota and Firmino is it's a problem that a good manager knows how to manage. Because the thing is, us fans, we're fans. We're not managers. We're not managing Liverpool Football Club for a reason. Because there's guys that are more qualified for that job. That being so, for us, we're gonna be reactionary. We're gonna be like, "Oh, he has to play Jota. Jota scoring. Oh, he has to." No. Calm down.
Wait.
Calm down.
So are you creating an argument for why Firmino should still be involved in the team? Is that what you're trying to
Because
tell me?
look, just think about this very, very carefully. You at Liverpool, Firmino is never gonna be an impact player from the bench. He's gonna be worthless. You're gonna have just an extra body on the bench.
Okay.
He's not gonna help you 60, 70 minutes.
Is he helping
He's
you from
never
the
gonna help you.
start? Is he helping you from the start of the game?
But the thing is, he's more effective starting the game than he is from the bench.
I don't know. No. Fair say. This is about your best chance of winning. If he's not doing anything worthwhile at the start of the game, what's the point in starting the bench or whatsoever? What's the point?
But that's the point. Liverpool. That's the point. Liverpool. This is a squad game. That's one thing that people you're thinking about what ifs. Oh, Jota comes, we win. But that's not how football works. There's gonna be games where Liverpool we're gonna struggle to break down teams. If Jota is on the field, wait, let me finish. Let me land. Let me land. If Jota is on the field with Salah and Mane, and the game is 1-1, and you need a goal, and it's the 70th minute, and this team, Sheffield United, Newcastle, whatever they are, they're just 10 men behind the ball. I'd rather have Jota coming off on the bench than Firmino. And that's the key here. That's the key here, in my opinion. And this is and I'm 100% sure this is what Jurgen Klopp is going to go for. He's not going to go with this hype because because at the end of the day, he believes in Firmino.
Oh, so you're saying Jota is hype?
No, I'm not saying it's not hype. I'm just saying he's not going to. Klopp is not going to get carried away. He's going to manage this team. He's going to have Jota. Okay, you play well. If Mane is not having a good game, then Mane comes out, Jota plays in. If Salah's not having a good game, Jota comes in. But the problem is there's not enough depth in Liverpool's team. So there's not a player like Jota that can have an impact coming from the bench. Because he has done this multiple times though, HA. Look at the last couple of games. Jota came in and changed the game.
But side, I get what you're saying. I know it makes sense in terms of you want to bring a player up to make him impact, and I think he's more impactful off the bench than, let's say, a thingy. But the issue is Firmino is as if you're playing with one man down. That's what the issue is. Like if you're playing with one man down and he's playing so badly, is what's the point? And as someone said, you're supposed to go with your best possible team to give you the best chance of winning. And if, let's say, you don't have the best chance of winning the final, but as someone said it in the live chat, what if you're 3-0 down? What the heck is Firmino going to do off the bench if you're 3-0 down? So how is he going to change that? So you have to go forward with your best possible team. And the fact of the matter is that Firmino has been out of form for about a year or 2 years. So you just playing him because you want Jota to be an impact guy from the bench doesn't make any sense when you're playing this and this guy isn't doing anything. You know, so it's
fine.
It's to the point where you probably don't even bring Firmino off the bench. You bring someone else. If a guy is out of form, you cannot start him. You have to leave him off the bench for a few games so that he can then rediscover himself. You starting Firmino after Jota has scored the winning goal in the last 3 games and has just dropped a hat-trick away from home, in my view, is nonsensical. It's not hype. It's just basic football logic. This guy's on form. He's hot right now. Let's keep him in there. Maybe he goes cold on Sunday, but it would make sense that while this guy has scored he's scored in his last 3-4 games. You've got to keep it going.
He won't though, HH. He will play. He will play Firmino on the weekends. He will play Firmino on the weekends.
Okay, HH, I hear you.
And Red Devil, is that? Would you do that? Yes or no? If you
I wouldn't do that. So, but Klopp, but at the end of the day, I'm in between you guys. Like Klopp is the one that won Liverpool their title in 30 years. He's one that won the Champions League. So it's very difficult to be like, Klopp, you were wrong, when he's got a CL in the Premier League as well as stuff to dormant to his name. So you just allow the guy to do what he wants, you know. So, you know, it is what it is.
Like I said, Klopp is very loyal to player. It won't, because Firmino is out of form, it won't bash him out and say, hey, go and sit on the bench. No. Firmino actually work on his system. People say he's a defensive that, but Klopp knows what is. Klopp is a proper manager, not a coach. He has two, manager and a coach. He knows how to manage team.
Okay, so look, man. Let's just run now. So let me just take some of your super chats, then we'll get things going. So
I have to go. Have a good one, guys.
Okay, cool. All right. So from Martin Rosario, who says, little by little, Klopp entering Fergie convo. Let's see. Chill. Let's just see how it goes. Because I still say though that what Klopp has already done already is pretty damn good. But remember, Fergie has that crazy longevity. But if Klopp can give me another CL, a few more Premier Leagues, and so forth, because based on his impacts for 2 clubs, it's huge. For Magrebato says, admit it, Liverpool versus Bayern, UL 2021 dream final. Yeah, that would be the ideal final, but it's not going to happen. They'll either not meet or they'll meet either in the quarters or the semis. Adage 3 says, if Thiago stays healthy, pray for the rest of Europe. El Dio, Diogo, and the Egyptian icon front 3 respect shiny teeth. He's been run to the ground. Even if he's been run to the ground and so forth, it doesn't matter. The fact that the guy's just not popping off, man, or just keeping it real, man. So let me throw this to you guys in there. So Monchengladbach won 6-0. In my view, I believe, I remember because I said this from the start. I said this from the very start when I said that don't go to sleep on Monchengladbach, but you guys disregarded them. I said these guys can do something. I believe, and I'm saying this right now, Monchengladbach are making it through this group. So it's either Real Madrid or it's either Real Madrid or it's Inter Milan who will not make it through to the next round. That's what's going to happen. So let me come to so Ben, is your mic working there, Ben? Ben B. So let me come to Damien here. So Damien, wait, Ben, is your mic working? Ben, all right. Damien, do Inter Milan make it through the group? Yes or no?
No, they won't make it.
What?
Oh.
So you feel they will lose to Real Madrid and San Siro? They will. So what do you think happens when they play in the San Siro or when they play Monchengladbach again?
I think they'll win at the San Siro against Madrid, but against Gladbach they'll lose, and against Shakhtar they'll draw. and I think Gladbach's gonna win this group.
So that might mean that Shakhtar would be second then. If those results go to what you said, then it would be Gladbach and Shakhtar being first and second.
Wait, Red Devil, are you telling me Madrid is gonna go to the Europa League? My legend never. It's not gonna happen.
No. I mean, given those predictions, like that, you said that if Madrid will draw
Madrid
against
must go to
Shakhtar and
Europa.
lose.
This is the best club in the world. Nah, the greatest club in the world. Europa League? Hell no. Heck no. Heck no.
Bro, we're not going to Europa League. One, we're gonna pay UEFA not to get the heck out of us. Like, there's no. Do you know how embarrassing that is for Ramos just to go to Europa League?
No. Basically, for me, I think, especially the way that Shakhtar lost 6-0, I think Real Madrid will get their act together. They'll beat Shakhtar. I think they'll basically.
If we beat Inter, we going through. If we beat them in the San we going through.
If you lose to Inter,
it makes it even more interesting. But I know we're gonna beat Shakhtar though. I just know we're gonna beat them.
Like Real will. See, that's my thing. I do see Real Madrid beating Inter Milan in San Siro, and if they do that, Inter are finished. Then
I don't think Madrid can beat Inter in San Siro because the only thing that was missing in this game is Romelu Lukaku, which people doesn't rate a lot. You and them really rate Lukaku a lot. This team needs Romelu because if he doesn't play, this team is just class A for it. Class A. Look at the impact he has been making for them.
They are fully reliant on Lukaku.
Yeah,
they will
look
not
at those
reliant on
chances
Lukaku.
Perisic and those kind of guys miss. If it was Lukaku, I can guarantee you he's gonna score 2 goals or one of those.
Okay. Let me ask you guys this. Then anyone can jump in. Mm-hmm. If Lukaku plays this game, do Inter win?
Yes.
No.
They win.
No.
They'll get a result.
Sure.
They wouldn't win. They would have a chance to win.
Wait. Let me come to Abdullahi and then I'll go to Cassius. Abdullahi.
The reason I said Inter will win this match is because of Romelu Lukaku. Because if you look at the chemistry between Lautaro Martinez and Lukaku, there's a perfect understanding between both of them. Very good understanding. That's why I said this match they really need Lukaku. Because if you look at the way the way Rafael Varane is playing and look at Vasquez is playing, those two, Lukaku will bring both of them out and give chance to what's called Lautaro to have chances. They really miss Lukaku. That's why I said in San Siro it's gonna be tough for Real Madrid because if Lukaku is fit in San Siro, I can see him scoring goals. I can see him scoring 2 or 3 goals against Madrid. Very, very possible. 100% possible. He will score because he's a very good striker. He's been underrated. Very underrated. But Antonio Conte has really improved that guy.
Okay. Also, Cassius.
What is the question?
So if Lukaku plays, do Inter win this game? Judging by how close the game was.
This game, I'm not sure because he would have played in Perisic's position, and Perisic obviously scored a goal. So it's not that easy to just say, okay, you have Lukaku. And also, like I said in the preview, a lot of the play that Inter do in their previous matches, it all goes through Lukaku. And now in this game, all of it went through Lautaro. So Lautaro actually played really well. He impressed me. And I can assure you that if Lukaku played, Lautaro wouldn't have played as well as he did today. And obviously, Lukaku would have been in Perisic's position, so Perisic wouldn't have scored. So it's not that easy to just say Lukaku is better than Perisic, so therefore they would have won. No, it's not that easy. So
no. But I'm saying like Inter Milan are heavily reliant on Lukaku, and they would have been much more of a threat against a defense that we all know is slowly crumbling and is very, very porous. So,
yes, but like I said, Lukaku and Lautaro, and at least at the beginning of this season, it's been all Lukaku. So just the way they play, it's Lukaku, get the ball to Lukaku, cross to Lukaku, pass to Lukaku, and that means Lautaro is just there in the box to try and get the scraps. So this time Lautaro actually played well because he was the one who had all the protagonism. So like I said, it's not that easy. I don't really think it would have changed that much in terms of the result, maybe in terms of the chances. But Lukaku isn't that clinical, to be fair. I've seen him miss many chances, just like Perisic missed in this match. So I think
they still have a chance, though, to be honest with you.
They had a chance to win this game.
The chance that they have to pray Shakhtar gets a draw with Gladbach, which I don't think that's going to happen. Let's say we beat Inter, right? Let's say we beat Inter.
Wait. Let me come to Red Devil bit because easy, chill. Red Devil, because you didn't speak. So Red Devil, because you said you watched the game. If Lukaku played that game, the chances that Inter have, how open that game was, do you think Inter Milan win that game?
just before I go into that, like people just need to remember that with the Shakhtar team, most of their players are still out with COVID or various injuries. So the international break, so people need to bear in mind, like that's if anything, it actually makes what Real Madrid did worse because a lot of those because Gladbach obviously should have done the business against these B team Farmer Boys, etc. After the international break, a lot of these first team Shakhtar players will obviously have come out of quarantine, will now be ready to play, and some of the injuries will be back. So don't necessarily think that the team you see now for Shakhtar will be the team that you see away. So that's just important to bear in mind. As for this game, whether Lukaku would have made a difference, I mean, I do agree with Cassius that it is difficult to say. I just think that it could be an argument that Lukaku could have made things a bit more uncomfortable for Varane. Because I think Varane has to be under review, because it's so good that Sergio Ramos is fit. Shout out to Sergio Ramos, one of the best midfielders in the world. But if he's not there, I don't know what Varane really does, So, and I think if Lukaku was playing, possibly he might have made Varane increasingly more uncomfortable than he was during this game. The fact that somehow. My only concern with Madrid is that Madrid were 2-0 up, should have carried on to kill the game, and they could still concede the 2 goals. Yes, I know they got the goal in the end. Personally, for me, I get that it was Vinicius and something that came on, but actually that Modric has come on twice, and he's really been able to sort of calm things down and help control the game and kill things off. So I think that's a good sub. But as a Madrid, I would still be concerned that there's still not that comfortableness in trying to be able to get rid of teams. And I still don't think that Shakhtar away or Gladbach are going to be easier games. And the funny thing is, as you're looking at this table, despite the fact that Shakhtar got lubricated, they're still second.
Yeah.
They're still second, despite the fact they're joint points. They're still second.
They're gonna get
this is a very complicated table, man.
So,
it's a very complicated table.
They lost 6-0, but they're still second. They're still.
Don't worry, we're gonna beat them at their house. Don't worry.
If I'm trying to think, if Inter lose, can they still go through?
They have to be Shakhtar and Gladbach. They have to be Shakhtar and Gladbach.
They have to be Shakhtar
and they have to also hope that we beat both and we beat Shakhtar and Gladbach for them too.
But you also have to beat Shakhtar and Gladbach
because if Inter lose, that puts Madrid on 7 points. Let's say Monchengladbach win, that will put them on 8 points. So yeah, Inter would have to then win their last 2 games.
And they also have to pray that we beat them for them too. So they pretty much the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah. What's it called? What team does Casus? Barcelona. He's a Barca boy. He's a Barca boy. He's a Barcelona boy. What's it called? So Ben,
can I just add something about that?
Okay, Mohammed, go for it.
Yeah, regarding the second game, if Lukaku is fit, I think someone earlier was talking about Vasquez. I think by then Carvajal is supposed to be fit, which is very important for Real Madrid. And if it's not Carvajal, it's at least going to be Odriozola because he's going to be back this weekend, I think. So at least you have a natural right back in there. So I think that's very crucial. Lukaku, as Red Devil said, Lukaku would be. He would give Varane more trouble, but I still think I'm not sure who said it. Lukaku isn't the most clinical striker in the world, and I think he would
he's
make
been
a
pretty
difference.
good this season, man. Give him his love. He's been pretty damn good this season.
He's been pretty good, but we don't have Carvajal.
Yeah, and another thing about this group too is I know Shakhtar, they've had a lot of players with COVID and injuries, but at the same time, if you look at the game versus Real Madrid, obviously it's no excuses, but Real Madrid basically had their second team playing that game too. They didn't have a lot of starters because they were resting for El Clasico. So for the second game, the starters are going to be around. So I think Real Madrid would beat Shakhtar comfortably, and so will Inter in the second game. So I think it just comes down to, if Inter, if they lose their next game versus Real Madrid, they basically need either Real Madrid or Monchengladbach to lose their remaining games and for them to not drop any more points for them to have a chance. Because if they lose versus Madrid and then Monchengladbach or Real Madrid win at least one game each, then Inter are done.
Mo, the only thing I'd challenge that is in all of those, wouldn't you be concerned a little bit as Inter fan where in all the games up to this point, Madrid have consistently conceded more than 2 goals? Well, two goals at least. So yes, that's fair enough against Shakhtar, but they conceded 2 goals against Gladbach as well, and again they conceded 2 goals against Inter. So going into the last couple of games, would you not
Madrid
be
are
at
not
least a
winning
little bit
this Champions
concerned?
League. No. Madrid are going to make it through, but they're not. Basically, these guys are not sniffing the CL. They'll make it through.
Yeah, and
They'll make it through.
in terms of like the defense, I think Carvajal is a big miss. I think he's underrated for Real
Exactly,
Madrid's defense.
exactly. We don't have
And
Carvajal. We have Vasquez
and
at
another
right
thing
back.
is, I think in the second game, Hazard will be a bit more fit, so that's going to cause Inter more trouble. And as well, I thought Rodrygo should have started this game, and I think he will start the next game because, come on, versus Ashley Young, Rodrygo's pace can be deadly.
Okay, wait. So let me come to Ben because I think so. Ben, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Finally. So what happened to your thing before? Now we can hear you, man. Your mic was horrendous before.
Yeah, I was using my system, but now I'm using my phone. Okay,
Always
so
stick to your phone, man. Stick to your phone. Go for it.
okay, so well, I think like the previous person was talking, I don't think Lukaku could have made so much of a difference because there are strikers who need like 2 goals to score or three chances to score 1 goal. We can put someone like Aubameyang there, and there are strikers who need like 6 chances to score 1 goal. Yet they score 20 goals at the end of the day, but they need like 6. Someone like Salah, he can score 20, 25 goals, but he needs more chances before he scores. And that's the kind of person Lukaku is. So, which means he's not clinical. Like, he's not as clinical as you would want, like a Cristiano, like some of those players. So, I think he'll miss the chances that he missed today. He'll miss those chances. And if you remember last season, they played Barcelona and they left the group stage as well. And they were very promising and all the thing. And I think Lukaku didn't play the first game. And he didn't play the first game. I think it's just the same script. And everyone was saying, okay, in the second leg he would do, and when Lukaku is back and all that. And he was there in the the second leg, and Messi didn't even play. Messi didn't even go there. Fati was the one who disgraced them. So I don't think Inter will be able to do anything serious. I don't think they're serious. That's the thing. They have the quality. I don't think they're serious.
Inter not making it through this group.
I don't know about after that Madrid game, but Madrid game, as far as winning that game is concerned, I don't think they can win it. But I think they could find a draw, but I don't think they can win it.
No, I said, but are Inter making it through the group?
Okay, through the group.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be very difficult right now because of where they are already. These 3 games gone, 3 games gone. So yeah, and the only hope actually should be Salzburg. Is it Salzburg? No, Shakhtar Gladbach. I don't think Gladbach will be able to do the same thing to Shakhtar. I don't think it's possible. When you beat them 6, if they beat them 2-1,
but they're playing
it would have been more
at home though.
Okay, wait. Okay, they're going back home.
Yeah, so they beat them away 6-0.
Oh,
and the return leg is going to be in their house. So
okay, that makes sense. And then Gladbach. I'll put Gladbach maybe first or second at the end of the day, but Madrid will surely go through. I see it?
And also, so what's your take on this whole Jota Firmino thing? Do you think
Okay.
it's time that Jota now starts, or have faith and lull in Firmino and is Jota in?
Okay. As far as what I think Jota, the man is playing very well. Play him. Like that's how he's supposed to be. But knowing Klopp, he's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. He's going to play Firmino. Particularly against City, he's going to play. I'll be very shocked. It's just like what Pochettino did with Hurricane and what's this guy's name, Lucas Moura. And even at his interview in Sky Sports yesterday, he said he would do that same thing again. So that's how they think. I don't know, but we the fans, yeah, play the man, play the guy on form. What's my business with that? But against City, for the way City set up, Jota is the person to play for. I just hope that's the person to play because he can really.
But I believe Klopp is going to go with. Firmino.
He's most likely going to go with Firmino, but I'll be impressed. Actually, I'll be impressed if he goes with Jota because that would do some real damage to City.
Okay.
I'll do some.
I want to switch things now because I now want us to.
Wait. Yeah. Let me talk about Lukaku.
Oh God.
If Lukaku was playing, I promise you, Real Madrid were gonna get destroyed. These guys.
You promise me. Why should I believe that promise? Based on what?
Relax, alright, man. Relax, bro. Relax,
They could
relax,
barely,
relax, bro.
they
Legit,
could
I think
barely beat
I back what I am Ham said a little bit. Kind of
Of
a little
course
bit.
you would.
Yeah, no.
these
Wait,
guys.
wait. Let me
Relax,
talk. No, let
alright,
me
man.
talk.
Focus
Let
on
me
City
talk.
this Sunday, bro.
These
Wait.
guys have been stuttering into form. They could barely beat a team with a freaking guy that's gonna be retired next month, who played 80 minutes for Huesca. That's what this Real Madrid team. And the Barca fan only lost because he wants his team to look better for losing to Real Madrid. Real Madrid are awful at the moment. They lost to Alexandra Tete, a FIFA career mode.
You're exaggerating,
Look at
bro.
this.
Way too much.
This is doing Look, we're done here. Okay, so I wanna now come to tomorrow's games, man. Red Bull Leipzig against PSG. In case you didn't know, PSG are missing Mbappe and they're missing what's it called? They're missing Mbappe and they're
Neymar,
missing
and Mario
Neymar.
And
Why is
Verratti as
Mbappe
well.
missing?
Who?
Mario
Wait.
Kart.
I'd like who?
Mario
Maro
Kart,
who?
Kylian Mbappe, Neymar.
No.
and
Mauro.
Verratti.
Wait. Who is that? Mama Ikari. Who is that?
He's
Ikari.
a number 9. He's a striker. Though. So,
I don't know who that is, my friend. I don't know.
Why
who
wasn't
you're talking
Mbappe
about.
missing?
Yeah,
Injury,
Mbappe
Then
man.
hamstring.
So
is injured.
Yeah.
my
This
thing
guy
here
don't
is this is like
say that. Like,
United have turned this group on its head, and they've made this group now very interesting. And more interesting now is because Leipzig, yes, they got smacked up 5-0 against United, but they now have a real opportunity to put a lot of pressure on the PSG. Because my thing is this, because obviously I've already done my preview, and obviously you guys will see the preview tomorrow morning, but members can watch my preview. But I did say that this is the chance. If this could be the end of PSG as a club, because if they don't make it through the group, it's over. If they suffer the embarrassment of having to play in the Europa League, because Istanbul are from the road. Shout out to Istanbul and everything. Those guys are from the road. They're collecting 0 points here. So if PSG touch Europa, this club, as an entity, as an institution, are finished. They're completely done. So what are we saying here? Let me come first to Red Devil Studio, since this is your group one. What are you saying? Leipzig against PSG. Bearing in mind that PSG are missing all those dudes.
I think they're missing Verratti as well, aren't they? Are they still missing Verratti?
They're missing Marco?
I think the Verratti's out. Just something was double check, but I think Verratti, Neymar, as I said, Icardi and Mbappe all out. So I think that's going to be a
they're
difficult
missing 4
one.
players. They're missing 4 players. Adi, Neymar, Mbappe, and Marco Verratti. Yeah.
The way I see it is that it's gonna go to actually who's the better coach. I think at the end of the day, and I watched Istanbul against PSG. I actually watched that full game. In 2020, just
it's not better than Neymar, Bob.
He's been scoring. He's been scoring.
I'll leave Neymar alone, man, guys. Like, he's not his fault, So it just is what it is. Like, I watched Istanbul versus PSG, and to be honest, PSG got the win in the end, but I didn't think they played that well. It wasn't a convincing win.
It was like 0-0 in the first half, wasn't it?
Yeah, and to be honest, PSG didn't score late, and it came from, I think, like a set. Well, one was a corner, and the other one was just Istanbul just couldn't actually finish their chances. So obviously, RB Leipzig are a much better team than Istanbul, and they're better coached than Istanbul, and PSG are without certain key players. So essentially, you're going to have to rely on Moise Kean and Di Maria to basically create something. Obviously, RB Leipzig are at home as well, and I think, whatever you say, Nagelsmann is a better coach than Tuchel. He is. So, to be honest, at least for this game, I give advantage to RB Leipzig. I do. Possibly 2-1, possibly maybe even 3-1 to RB Leipzig. I know that overall PSG still have the better quality team in theory, but
So there are no excuses for Tuchel.
yeah,
No
because
excuses.
like I watched. So again, I had a look at the RB Leipzig vs Istanbul game. It was still the same scoreline, but RB Leipzig were clearly in control and clearly were. There's a performance, if that makes any sense. Like they were comfortable winners, even though it was 2-0. PSG, yeah, they got it, but there's just something not quite right. So I think that Nagelsmann will beat RB Leipzig here, and I think that's it.
All right. Cassius, Leipzig, PSG, man.
So similar to Red Devil, I watched PSG play versus Istanbul, and like you said, they were not very good at all. One of the goals was just amateur. It was a corner. The goalkeeper I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah,
It
I
was
don't
a
know what he's
tap in.
doing. Yeah,
It was a
exactly.
tap in for Moise Kean. So look, PSG, like you said, I didn't really think about this. If they are on the ropes, they really need to win this match.
Also, sorry to interrupt you, Cassius. One important point is that I actually didn't realize United play RB Leipzig at the end. So it's quite possible that depending on how the groups go, United and RB Leipzig could be like, you know what, we can just play out for a draw. We can just chill. We can just do that last game and me and Leipzig will sort of go through. So PSG really need to win this game in order to not kind of let that scenario at the end of the game happen, which could obviously happen, you know.
You know what you
Sorry,
were
go on.
saying about Tuchel. You know, I feel like with the big stars, with Neymar, with Mbappe, I think Tuchel inside is a good coach. I just don't think he has the character to get that across to
He's the
big
wrong man.
stars.
He's the wrong man.
With
You need
Neymar
a
and
big
Mbappe, of course,
personality.
exactly.
You need a big personality. Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like in this match, I think that he can do something because if you remember I remember the last time they played against Real Madrid, they didn't have Neymar and Mbappe, and they destroyed Real Madrid. They just had Di Maria, and
They had Mbappe.
Di Maria against Real Madrid and at home they beat them 3-0.
Yeah, they had Mbappe that game.
Okay, maybe I
Actually,
can't remember.
wait, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
They didn't have Mbappe.
And
Yeah, it was
Madrid
just
didn't Madrid just have Varane in the defense in that game? So it's just not
yeah.
good.
But anyway,
yes, what do you think
Tuchel.
of the game?
Yeah, I feel like Tuchel can do something, and I'm just gonna go with PSG because it would be catastrophic if they if they go to Europa. Ooh.
All right, what's it called? Friendly Beast, man. What are you saying? Leipzig against PSG, man. How do you see this one going?
Yeah, it's having the same similarities with the Inter Milan group and all that stuff. So I think I'm just going for a PSG win because I think they should be the more motivated side to get the 3 points at this point.
Even with the injuries, even with all the injuries.
Yeah. See, this is a point where a Nigerian coach said, "You go into the pitch, commit suicide, come out alive." As it stands now,
I'm gonna use that quote. I'm gonna use that quote. I tell you, man, look, man, Nigerians, man, psychologically operates at a different level. I'm using that quote.
Yeah, he's a local coach for the league. He said, yeah, but they just need the 3 points because someone was explaining the last game is Man U PSG, Man U Leipzig. You don't want to be in the middle of that politics. It's a dangerous road. So they just need to get the 3 points tomorrow. No matter how they want. To them, it should feel like a final.
But but in your view, no Neymar, no Mbappe, no Icardi, no Verratti.
Yeah.
Do you think Tuchel has the managerial quality with the players he has to get a result against Leipzig? And I believe they're away from home.
Yes, they are away. Let me confirm. I was looking at the features.
No, they're away from home. They're away from home. They're away from home. Because I just checked.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, they are away. See, it's a 50-50 balance. He will play. He will do his own, and the players will just have to turn up because you know. This is giving me the. I know the magnitude of the game is not the same, but it's giving me the Liverpool-Barcelona second leg vibe, where You don't want to be punching calculator as PSG. You begin to do maths. Make this one win. Let this. No. You don't want to do that. With the amount that has been invested in this side, you don't want to do maths. No.
If they go to the Europa, if these dudes land in Europa League, my friend.
Sorry, Friendly Beast. So let's ask you a question, Friendly Beast. But I think one of the key things issue is going to be like how Tuchel plays his midfield, because one of the things that I've seen is that they lack the creativity in that midfield. And if you watch the RB Leipzig United game, when Leipzig were dangerous, it's always been because they press at teams. So I don't know what midfield Thomas Tuchel is going to pick, especially without Verratti, because that midfield of Ander Herrera and Trezeguet is going to be pressed by this Leipzig team, and I don't think that they're confident enough to deal with that press. You know, where's the quality in that midfield is what I'm trying to say. It's going to give them this win.
And also the key thing as well is that you don't have to come into transition, because that from the midfield to attack, Moise Kean is there, but Mbappe's speed and incision, Neymar's creativity is vital for this team. And wait, was Neymar playing in that Istanbul game that they won 2-0?
No, he wasn't.
He played like 15 minutes. He played like the first 15 minutes.
He played and was injured,
But you can now see that when Neymar is not there, look, I don't want to go on the whole Mbappe soliloquy or everything, but this team struggles without Neymar when it's just Mbappe now. Without Mbappe and Neymar, the beauty about this is that Tuchel now has to do proper management. And as Red Devil just said, you now have to really be careful at what's your midfield, what is your approach, and what is your type, because I feel that Nagelsmann is a great coach.
Is Draxler still at the club? I didn't even. Someone said Draxler is class. Is he still there? I didn't even know he was around.
But he's injured anyway.
Friendly Beast, round of your points. Round of your points for Friendly Beast. Friendly Beast, round of your points. Round of your points. Oh, he's mute. Ben, talk to me.
Okay. This game, even before I knew that Neymar, Mbappe, and all these people were out, I already thought Leipzig were going to disgrace them, because I mean, even because you know what you do if you decide to follow the French league, just watch PSG for a month, just watch them, maybe even if it's just the highlights, just watch. You realize that they don't have the way you see the Premier League teams, this whole shape, everything well organized and all that. They just go and freestyle. Neymar, do your thing. Mbappe, do your thing. Di Maria, do your thing. It's terrible. Like there's no defensive line or midfield.
That was
like,
the
there's
biggest
just no
issue
organization
against United. Like the performance against United was an absolute disgrace, because it was one of the most unprofessional performances. Because it was like Mbappe and Neymar do.
They do that week in, week out. Just follow. Maybe just watch their games. Do that weekend, and that's to tell you how poor those teams are. So Neymar just begins to dribble, and that's why if you just check the stats, that's why his dribbles are ridiculous. Like he's always at the top in terms of number of dribbles. That guy dribbles like a crazy person.
So what's going to go down in this game, man?
Okay, this game, and without them, I feel Tuchel. I actually think Tuchel is a quality coach, but the way the club is run doesn't allow him the power to do what he wants to do, and I don't think he can switch on as fast. Like when he doesn't have Neymar and Mbappe, like maybe for a whole month, almost 2 months, he can play properly. But it's just one game, and he doesn't have. I don't think he can switch on as fast to make his team perform as good, because if you remember how they performed against Madrid without Neymar and Mbappe, they did very well as a team. But right now, I don't think he can pull that team spirit or play them as a team just before this game. And I think they are going to. Plus, don't forget, Leipzig have to respond, not just to the 5-0. They have to respond to the semi-finals last season. They played against PSG. So I think people saying PSG have the bigger motivation. I don't think so. I think Leipzig have a lot of motivation to go into this game. First, it's revenge because they crashed out to PSG. Second, they were thrashed by Man U, and they just need to survive. And that's home again. And I think are they still top of the Bundesliga?
No.
They are okay. They're second or third or whatever.
Yeah, because they lost on the weekend.
Yeah. So I just think they're going to, maybe I'm going to give it 3-1 3-1 or 3-0. That one is just in case they can score. So 3-1.
All right. Anyone else wants to jump in on this game?
Yeah, I'll jump into it.
Yeah.
Wilson.
PSG, right? I think PSG is gonna be Leipzig. Like Leipzig are a clown team. Like they don't belong in the Champions League. And I
They
do
got to
think
the semis. They got to the semis.
I don't
They got
care.
further than your
I don't
club.
care. I don't care. I don't care.
Wilson said
Go for it.
Wilson said the
Wait, Red
PSG
Devil,
would
can I
lubricate
talk?
United.
Can I talk?
You said you
Can
would
I talk?
lubricate.
Can I talk, man? Can I talk, please? Can I talk? Okay, this is what's gonna happen. They're gonna be Leipzig tomorrow. Then Neymar and Mbappe is gonna be back for the second game, which is gonna be in December. Then they're gonna lubricate Manchester United at Manchester United crib. They're gonna top the group.
What?
Then the last day, then the last day, they're gonna definitely be Istanbul at home. Then PSG is gonna go to the round of 16. They're gonna finish.
PSG are not
top of the
winning the
group.
next
They're gonna
4 games.
finish. They're gonna finish first in the group. That's all I'm saying. They're gonna finish first in the group. Because I don't know what you guys are talking about. Leipzig, come on, bro. Nagelsmann, you're a good coach, but Leipzig, trash team. You guys got the semifinal all because of COVID. Let's be real, bro. You guys are garbage. You guys lost 5-0 to United. Come on, mate. Like
Wilson, you're
bro.
talking about a team that got further in the competition than your club.
Then
You can't be disrespectful. You can't be like, it doesn't make any sense.
Okay. PSG got to the Champions League final, right? Last season, right? Then United beat them. So what's your logic? I don't get your logic.
No. All I'm saying is that you cannot be so dismissive of a
Yes, I
team that
can be
got much
dismissive,
further
Don't
than
worry.
your club.
What does that have to
Don't
do with
worry.
anything?
It's
What does
24
that have to do with
hours.
anything you
24
getting further
hours
last
from
season?
now.
What does that have to do with
Yo,
a club
HH.
getting further than my club? What does that have to do with anything? I don't get it.
It means
I
that
don't
you
get
should
it.
you should be
No, I
respectful.
shouldn't. I got 13. I own this competition. So what does? How
But
many
what
does
have your
Leipzig
club
have?
done lately, though? That's the thing.
My club is
You're-
declining. I can admit that we're declining. But what does Leipzig getting to the semifinal have to do with anything?
it
Lyon
means
got
that
to
you,
the
sh- you
semifinal.
can't be
Where's
that
Lyon
insulting
now?
towards them.
I can't
Okay,
be
look,
insulting. They lost
what's it
5-0,
called?
bro.
Mohammed,
Yo,
talk to me. Mohammed, talk to me.
Look, I think PSG are gonna win this, but not because of some disrespectful reasons like Wilson. I actually think Leipzig should be respected, and so does Nagelsmann. But I think PSG will win because they have the mental edge over Leipzig after like winning comfortably in the semifinal last season. I think they have a
With
mental
Neymar,
edge
though. With Neymar.
with
And
Neymar, with
Mbappe.
Mbappe, but Di Maria did.
And Verratti.
Yeah,
No.
but Di Maria did play really well in that semifinal game. I think I'm not sure if he scored or not, but he did play really well.
And Thiago Silva,
um,
so I should put that as well. They had Thiago Silva.
Thiago
I forgot
Silva,
about
yeah,
the
he is a
defense.
big. But the second thing is, in my opinion, a lot of you like were saying, Tuchel is a good manager, but he doesn't know how to deal with stars.
Mhm.
Well, here's your shot to prove that. He doesn't have any stars here. He doesn't have Neymar. He doesn't have Mbappe. He doesn't have Icardi. He doesn't have stars. He has players who are willing to fight for their spot. He has
This
players
is
who are
football.
going
You
to
don't
run,
just
who are
like that.
you don't just switch on, but it is a team. It is a team that has been together for a while. They know each other's games. It's not like he's getting 11 guys off of the street and just telling them to play.
What
know,
they
it's-
know is please Neymar go and play. Mbappe please go and play. That's what they know as of now.
Okay, but don't they train together so they know each other's game? They know each other's.
That's what
They
I'm
don't
saying.
train.
They
Only
disrespect
Mbappe and
PSG
Neymar
because
train.
Okay,
For you
Mbappe
to
is not
say
there.
that.
Oh,
What does
okay,
that have
so
to do with
Vil-
anything? I'm
okay,
confused.
so Wilson, who's starting in PSG's midfield tomorrow?
I don't care who
That's going to
starts
create.
tomorrow.
That's going
Now
to.
that
That's
they're
going to
be
create. That's
Leipzig.
going to. No,
Under
that's going to
Herrera,
create
I'm
the
guessing gonna
chances.
start. But they're gonna
Okay.
be Leipzig. Leipzig's a clown team. They're just there to get pips now. That's what they're there
Yeah,
for.
but like,
It's okay.
yeah, but the point is that Leipzig are a pressing team. So depending on who PSG play in their midfield, if you don't have anyone who can hold onto the ball, who can create, like Leipzig are just going to press the PSG midfield and get through, irrespective of whether you think it's a clown team or not. That's why the midfield, who Tuchel picks the midfield, is very, very crucial.
I think
There's no one in that
Draxler could
midfield
be
that's going to create the
important in
chances
this
for them.
I don't know.
Sorry,
man.
go on.
I don't know. I feel
You've got
The
Draxler.
fact
He
that-
can do a job.
The fact that we can't even name the PSG midfield is not a
Pablo
worrying. Is that not a worry?
Under Herrera, Marquinhos, Hernandez, Under Herrera, Pablo Sarabia, Marquinhos.
Wait,
Yeah.
guys. Put very simply, guys. Easy. 1-2, 1-2. Put very simply, I think we've just come to the realization that PSG have to win this game, and I think The beauty, which is why it's the beauty with the Real Madrid group, is that I like it because what we predicted isn't what was happening. We all predicted that PSG is going to win this, and United and Leipzig will not have to battle. Now United, we expect them to beat Istanbul, and if they beat Istanbul, that's 9 points, and most likely 12 points because they're probably going to beat them back to back. So United are already in a very very strong position to come through. Hey, what the?
The heck fuck is going on?
Someone's eating. Someone's eating. Someone's
The heck?
eating.
Who's flying
That
to
was
space
frightening.
right now?
I was like,
Can I go for the PSG?
wait, my friend, look. All I'm saying is this: is that I like what is happening right now because things are now unexpected, and the so-called big teams are now under pressure because this Leipzig and PSG game, both sides cannot afford to lose this game, and I love it because Tuchel, you now have to go and prove yourself without hiding behind. Give it to Neymar, give it to Mbappe. Okay, Abdullahi, very briefly, just talk to me about this game.
Okay, for me, I think I watched the Leipzig match and then the United match. I also watched a little bit of the Basek. Is it Basek Bahe? I don't even know how to pronounce that name. So their first
Doesn't
time I watched
matter.
that match. I think for me, I would say Thomas Tuchel is a good coach, but I think we need to understand something. PSG is a very big brand, and it's very difficult for a young manager to kind of coach like a superstar in Neymar, Kylian Mbappe, and those kind of coach. So it's very difficult for a young manager to just tell you do this. It's very difficult. But I think now this is the time for Thomas Tuchel to show himself and prove himself that okay, without Neymar, without Mbappe, without Verratti, without Mario Icardi, we can just do this as a team. But I'm saying this now. If PSG goes to Europa League, this isn't gonna be funny. My Lord in heaven. This won't go
It's
well.
not happening, man. It's not happening,
This
bro.
will not go well. But I think I'm still gonna put my little bit faith, just little, like 10% faith on PSG. Just why? Because there is superior team ahead of RSB Leipzig. I'm not disrespecting Leipzig, but I think the little bit worry with this match is PSG doesn't have a midfield. No midfield in that team, no creativity. Maybe you could switch Makino back to midfield and play this Sangana Gay and Ander Herrera together. Will it work? I don't know because Leipzig are a very pressing team that can press you.
So what's happening in this game? Who's gonna win? Give me a score.
It is tough. I think I'm gonna go a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead a little bit of PSG just because they have a very superior team than Leipzig for me.
Okay. So guys, just to run it before we get out of here, man. Massive game, huge game. Chelsea ran.
Oh my god, bro! Just rub it in, right? Just rub it in.
It should be how many goals now?
I am so confused, bro. What is Chelsea goal in the Champions League this season? Is it for them to go to the final this season of the semis? I'm confused. Because the way that it is right about Chelsea is like they're supposed to win the entire competition. So what's Chelsea goal this season, HS? Is it get to the semis, the quarter, round of 16? That's a good result. What's Chelsea objective this season, bro? Can you enlighten me? What's
Semis
their
max.
objective? Semis? Okay, semis. Okay. I got it. So y'all should be running tomorrow then, since y'all going to the semis.
No way did they get to the semis.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No way Chelsea gets to the semis. Round of 16 max.
They should. They spent 200 million this summer. They need to get to the semis so that Lampard can stay in the job.
Well, he shouldn't keep his job though.
I hope Lampard keeps his job forever because it's gonna be up and down. It's gonna be Mason Mount. It's gonna be five. It's gonna be back 5 one week. It's gonna be back 3 next week. It's gonna be back 4.
Okay, before I was very rudely interrupted. Let me finish my intro in there, man. So as I was saying, massive game, huge game, one of the biggest games of the week. Chelsea ran. I think I speak for everyone in saying that I think the world is watching Ziyech. I'm not here to pump him up. I'm not here to overhype him. Ziyech is going to flop. Ziyech is crap. He's useless. He's the worst player of all time. So let me just be clear here. Ziyech is the worst player of all time. He's an absolute disgrace. Let me just be clear there. But we're all here to see him play because I think he's going to excite us all. So Ziyech is crap. We're trying to watch him play. And we all expect him to do something. So what are we saying Chelsea ran? Like First of all, let me come to Mohammed. How excited are you for this game? How G'd up are you for this game? How hype are you for this game? Especially to see what Ziyech could potentially do. This being a massive game for Chelsea.
Like I said,
Abdullahi, Abdullahi, is your name Mohammed? Mohammed, I mean, what? Oh my
Okay,
God. Please, Mohammed, please talk. Wow.
Okay, yeah, you know I love Ziyech and I'm excited as hell. How many points do Ren have so far? Does anyone know?
I think they have 1 point because I think they drew with Krasnodar, I believe. But let me double.
Yeah.
Actually, let me see. It's
they have 1 point. They're in third place.
1 point. 1 point.
Yeah, so Chelsea really, if we're being honest, they should win. If they don't win tomorrow, then honestly, then Lampard should be sacked on the same night. If they don't win, not even a draw, they need a win and a comfortable win. This is a team that is not doing well. Even in the French league, I think they're not doing that well. So, as if anyone cares about the French league, but Ziyech, if Lampard plays him, I'm expecting a big game. It's the type of game where I think he can control the pace of the game, the tempo of the game, and make sure that Chelsea are playing the way they need to. And I think that's the type of game that he can shine in, just like any other game, because he can always shine. So yeah, I'm excited about this game, and I think if Ziyech plays, man of the match type performance for sure.
Who here believes Ren are gonna win?
I don't think Ren are gonna win, but
they've got a chance.
Because Cassius, what are you saying?
Since he said this is such a big game, just going back to what Mohammed said, this team is third in. I'm pretty sure they're third in Liga, so they've started the season quite well. Can you name me 5 players on Ren?
What?
Can you name? Can you name?
No, wait.
Oh, now you're going.
No.
You went to Google.
No,
I didn't.
You already went to Google.
Camavinga,
Okay, no, wait.
Steve Nunzi.
So what do you think? Wait. Okay, so Cassius, what do you think is going to happen in the game? What do you think is going to happen in the game?
My question was if you could name me 5 Ren players.
Look,
Martin Terry,
I'm just
Steven Nunzi,
so Roman Salin, Naif Aguat, Martin Terry, Clement Grenier, Brandon Sopi, Jorginho Ruta,
Get off Google.
Pepe Bonnet, Jonah Martin, Hamari Traore. There you go. Do you need any more?
Well done.
Nyong?
Who?
Nyong? Is that the Senegal Nyong?
Yeah.
No, but I
think
that guy was
It can't be. Thank all for you. Yeah, so
It is the Senegal Nyong. I'm by Nyong. Yeah, Senegal Nyong. He's 25, right? 6 feet.
Nah,
he's a center forward. He's a center forward, right?
No, the Senegalese Nyong is with Getafe.
Cassius, finish your point.
So yeah, I think Chelsea should win this game. Ren, like I said, they started well in Ligue 1, but Camavinga, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know if he's injured or
he has a contusion.
Oh, okay. But he hasn't been playing these last couple weeks, and even when he's been playing, he hasn't been playing that excellently like he has in previous matches. They're a decent team, but they're really, I would say, they're Europa League level. If Chelsea struggled, well, I can assure you, Chelsea will struggle because Lampard is their coach, and I don't really see a plan, like a real plan. To be fair, there was a plan in their last match. To be fair, there was a plan to get the wingbacks involved, but in this game, I could see Chelsea struggling to score, but they certainly this could be like a 3-0, but like an unconvincing 3-0 win for Chelsea.
I think Chelsea's gonna win this convincingly. Just the fact that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clean sheets in a row. I think they're starting to get their groove back together because 5 clean sheets. You guys haven't conceded any goals. You guys have an easy schedule: Rennes, Sheffield, Newcastle, Rennes. Then you guys have Spurs. But I think Chelsea's gonna win this easily, especially when you have the German Zidane on the team. You have the
and you
have the
Abdullahi said that. That's not
what has the German Zidane done? Please tell me what the German Zidane done.
Goal. Please, I hope my goal starts tomorrow. Miss him out. My goal better play tomorrow. I'm not watching the game. But I'm just
Hold
hoping
on,
that the
relax.
Germans give me the
Did
best
he
game I
just
see on
call
my life, bro.
Havertz the German Zidane?
That's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
they
that's
told me
that's
he is. The Germans, and you got the
No, no,
the
no, no,
sick
no,
on the
no.
bench. You have the sick
That's
on
not
the bench
me.
too.
Abdullahi has jinxed this whole thing. Abdullahi, how does it feel to jinx Havertz? How does that feel?
But he hasn't really
It
jinxed
is.
him yet,
Should I
HH.
talk or
he's
should I can
100 million.
should
What
I
has he
talk?
done?
Okay,
Abdullahi, talk.
okay. Like I said before the Champions League review already said, I said it. Being a Chelsea fan, this is it. We have already spent money, and Lampard has been massively bad. Like what Vilton was asking, what is the ambition for Chelsea this season in the Champions League? Like I said it already. It's success this season, win the FA Cup, do very well in the EPL, not too many points, and go very further in Champions League. Maximum, I've been saying it, semis, minimum quarterfinal. I have no ways. I've been saying it. Maximum is semis, minimum is quarterfinal because we have the player now. I've been saying it. I still don't really. I'm a little bit iffy on Lampard, but I've been very harsh on him just because I criticize him just because he's been playing the wrong
So
players
wait, mate,
in the
what's
right team.
happening in this game? Ren, what's happening in this game? Give me a scoreline in this game.
It is like last two matches are giving me slight bit of confidence about going to the Rennes match. I listened what the Rennes manager was saying. He said he's gonna
Ren, it's Ren. There's no S at the end. It's
the
Ren.
Rennes. Okay, whatever we call it, Rennes. Okay, I listened to what the manager said. He said he's gonna attack them, Chelsea, and I laugh. I'm like, okay, let's see how it goes. But I believe we should win, convincingly win, convince win. I am confident we will win because we are home. So a little bit, we're gonna struggle a little bit because we don't really know how much Rennes is gonna come out and attack Chelsea. But I am very confident we will surely come out and win very well.
Okay.
I'm not saying an upset now. We'll win. I'm very sure about that.
So everyone is agreed with a Chelsea win before
Yeah,
our
Chelsea
post-match
won.
review.
Yeah, Chelsea
A
won.
draw.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a draw.
Oh, because you're a
No.
Spurs
I don't think they
No,
do.
no.
For me,
there's no way
I
it's
think
gonna
it'll
be a draw.
be
Okay.
just a draw.
I hope Istanbul is right. I'm not coming to you because you're gonna come with
Okay,
some
okay.
nonsense.
Wait.
Go
Chelsea,
to I am Ham.
wait.
Free I am Ham. Free I am Ham, man.
Wait, Chelsea fan, right? Chelsea fan. You guys say the goal this season for Chelsea
Free
to make
I
the
am Ham.
semis, right? The goal
Yeah.
for Chelsea to make the semis. So next season, is it to win it next
There's
season?
no
next
goal.
season
There's
is
no
to
goal.
win it for me.
Guys,
Okay.
to say thank you very much for joining us for our post-match stream. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter right there at Half Hope Hot. And remember, we'll be back here. The gang will be back here. I'm sure you love us, our crazy gang, even that loser, I'm Ham as well. We'll be back here for the post-match stream straight after the games on Wednesdays, of course, review the Leipzig PSG game, Chelsea game, and all of Wednesday's games, and also do a roundup review of the Tuesday. So the Wednesday stream will be far more wholesome. And remember, everyone is invited. I'll post a link on Twitter for everybody to join up. So guys, peace out, stay true, stay real, and ZH, please drop a hat trick. Peace out, guys. Peace. And guys, remember, like the vid, drop a like the vid, and subscribe and like the vid.